Welcome back. You are watching part 3 of Mastering Everyday English Expressions. Today, we are closing the textbook. It is time to leave those stiff formal rules behind and learn how people actually talk in real life. If you have ever felt that your English sounds a bit too much like a classroom and not enough like the real world, you are in the right place. My goal is to help you stop sounding like a student and start feeling like a local. It is time to make your English feel natural, smooth, and authentic. Are you ready to begin? In our daily lives, the phrase "get along with" acts as the social glue that holds people together. It moves us beyond just being in the same room as someone and into a real, friendly connection. It is the path you take when you move from simply working next to a colleague to actually enjoying their company. It is the difference between simply being present and truly being, quote, connected. Does that make sense? Now we move from friendly connections to a phrase about limits, the last straw. Think of this as a lesson in how much a person can handle. It describes that exact moment when a situation changes from annoying to impossible. It isn't usually one big disaster that causes the problem. Instead, it is the weight of many small, annoying things that finally makes you lose your patience. When that one final tiny problem happens, the whole situation breaks. You have reached your limit, and you simply cannot take any more. It is the breaking point. Finally, we have a phrase that acts as a social boundary. Don't push it. This is a clear warning to stop while you are still doing well. It is the perfect response when someone has already received a yes or a favor, but they keep asking for just a little bit more. Imagine a friend agrees to help you with a small task. If you then ask them to do 5 more things, they might say don't push it. They are telling you that you are very close to crossing a line and losing their help entirely. It is a reminder to respect the limits of a person's goodwill and to be happy with the win you already have. Know when to stop. Next we have by degrees. This is a sophisticated way to say gradually or step by step. It describes a change that happens slowly and steadily over time. Think of the way the temperature changes during the day. It doesn't happen all at once, but rather by degrees. It is the perfect phrase to use when you want to describe a slow, natural progress. Then we have and so on. This is our way of saying etc. or and other similar things. We use it at the end of a list when the listener already understands the pattern. For example, we talked about our hobbies, our families, and so on. It tells the listener that the conversation continued in the same way without you needing to list every single detail. It keeps your speech moving forward. First, let's look at I wish. We use this when we are dreaming of a reality that is different from the one we have right now. It is for those moments when you want something to be true, even if it isn't. For example, if you are stuck in the rain, you might say, I wish I had an umbrella. It expresses a desire for a change in your current world. Next, we have if I were you. This is a very helpful phrase for giving advice. It allows you to step into your friend's shoes to see their problem from their perspective. Instead of telling someone exactly what to do, you say what you would do in their place. For example, if I were you, I would take the job. It makes your advice feel more like a shared thought and less like a command. It is the language of empathy. Our next expression is on the fence. Imagine you are standing between 2 beautiful gardens, but there is a fence in the middle. If you are on the fence, it means you are sitting right on top, unable to decide which garden to enter. We use this when we have 2 choices, but we aren't ready to pick one yet. Maybe you are on the fence about moving to a new city, or choosing a new car. While it is okay to wait for a moment, remember that sitting on a fence isn't very comfortable. Eventually, you have to jump down and choose a side. It's time to make your move. First, we have the phrase, as much as. We use this to show that two things are equal in amount or feeling. For example, if you love coffee and your friend loves it just the same, you can say, I love coffee as much as you do. It is a great way to compare your feelings or your actions to someone else's. Next, let's look at on purpose. This is a very important phrase for explaining why something happened. It means you chose to do something. It was not a mistake or an accident. If you spill water by mistake, that's an accident. But if you walk over and pour the water out because you wanted to, you did it on purpose. It shows that the action was a clear choice. It's all about your intention. Our next expression is a classic. Once upon a time. This is the magical key that starts almost every fairy tale. When you hear these words, you know that the story didn't happen yesterday. It happened a long, long time ago in a world full of wonder. It sets the stage for a hero, a mystery, or a great adventure. For example, once upon a time, there lived a brave princess. It tells the listener to sit back, relax, and get ready for a beautiful story that has been told for many years. It is the start of every great adventure. Our next expression is a powerful one. Hang in there. This is what we say to a friend who is going through a difficult time. It is a way of saying, I know this is hard right now, but please don't give up. Stay strong. Imagine you are holding onto a rope. It might be difficult to keep holding on, but you know that if you do, you will be safe. We use this for big challenges, like a very busy week at work, or a long time spent studying. For example, exam week is tough, but hang in there. You are almost finished. It is a reminder that better days are coming. Next, we have a very practical expression, get dressed. This simply means the act of putting on your clothes to prepare for the day. Whether you are choosing a suit for a business meeting or a uniform for class, getting dressed is the complete process of getting your outfit ready. You will often hear this in the morning when time is short. For example, hurry up and get dressed for school. We need to leave in 10 minutes. It is a clear, direct way to tell someone it is time to start their day. It is your first step into the world. Our next expression is to take after someone. This is a beautiful way to describe the things we share with our parents or grandparents. When you take after a family member, it means you look like them or you act like them. It could be a physical trait, like having your mother's eyes, or a part of your personality. For example, I take after my dad. We both love music. It means that your love for music didn't happen by accident. It is a gift you received from him. It is how we carry our family story with us. Who do you take after? Our next expression is a real treat, the icing on the cake. Imagine you have already baked a delicious cake. It is good on its own, but when you add the icing, it becomes perfect. We use this phrase when something already good gets even better because of a lucky surprise. For example, imagine you are going on a wonderful vacation. That is the cake. But then, at the airport, you get a free upgrade to first class. That surprise is the icing on the cake. It wasn't necessary for the trip to be good, but it made the whole experience unforgettable. It is the best part of a great day. Our next phrase is a very useful social tool, jokes aside. We use this when we want to change the mood of a conversation. Imagine you are laughing with your friends or colleagues, but you still have important work to do. When you say jokes aside, you are telling everyone, we had our fun, but now let's talk seriously. It is a polite way to bring the focus back to a project or a deep topic. For example, that was a funny story. But jokes aside, we really need to finish this report by 5 o'clock. It shows that you can be fun, but but you are also a professional who values time. It's time to get serious. Congratulations! You have officially reached a new level with your English vocabulary today. But the journey doesn't stop here. Join us in part 4, where we will discover even more everyday expressions. My goal is to help you keep your conversations accurate, natural, and confident. You are making great progress, one expression at a time. I will see you in the next installment. Are you ready for the next level? If you want to keep these expressions with you, I have a gift for you. Scan the QR code on your screen now to get your own copy of these lesson slides. It is a great way to review what we learned today whenever you have a free moment. Take these notes with you, practice often, and watch your confidence grow. You have done a great job today. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Are you ready to keep these notes?